We live in the best of times. We are presently at the start of the Second Renaissance. Technological advances are growing exponentially. We are experiencing incredible improvements in health with worldwide increases in longevity. The world has never been richer. Within a few years, we Homo sapiens will be a multi-planet species. It is a beautiful world, and we are lucky enough to be enjoying the best of what life has to offer. For all that, the planet of ours still suffers from major inequalities and injustices. The rich countries are getting richer, and the poor countries are still trying to raise their people's existence above a mere struggle for survival. Our world today has shrunk to the point where my stepdaughters in Japan and I can Skype them face to face live and tell me how their day has gone and what made them happy or sad. We must recognize our responsibility to the poor nations and bring them along into the 21st century, not only for their benefits, but for ours as well. This is a new initiative to reach out to help the poor. The Canadian charity Madres de Nicaragua has chosen to concentrate on the second poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, Nicaragua. The red dot is where we are working in a town called Ciuna and a village called Oramagora. Here are a few statistics. Nicaragua has a population of just over 6 million, and half in the poorest rural communities. 8 million children will die from poverty this year. That is almost a quarter of the population of all of Canada. That is the combined populations of Vancouver, Toronto, and Ottawa, and that is only half the tragedy, as there will be 16 million parents that have just experienced their worst nightmare, the loss of a child. I wonder how it is possible that these many children can die from poverty each year, while in comparison, most of us live in the lap of luxury. We can go to Mars, but we can't feed the poor. There is something basically wrong with this situation. If we pay single mothers to raise their income above the poverty level and to help them educate their children, we can break the poverty cycle. Here is what a single mother can raise. Education seems to be one of the answers in raising cultures above a poverty level. The two poorest countries in the Western Hemisphere are Haiti first and Nicaragua second. In Nicaragua, 50% of the population live in extreme poverty. 30% live on less than $1 a day. How can a family thrive or even survive on $1 a day? 1/3 of all households are led by single mothers. This is one of the causes of extreme poverty. This is where they need help. The rural areas are the poorest. The idea is to create a process that will save the lives of children in Nicaragua by reducing the causes of death from poverty, such as inadequate food, which causes poor health, and ultimately death. We are paying $80 each month to poor single mothers, and $20 each month for each child the mother has in school, and $10 each month for transportation. In return, we are asking the mothers to supply a vaccination certificate for each child, which is readily available in Nicaragua, and report cards as they are issued from school to verify attendance. The money is paid directly into the mother's bank accounts. This does not sound like a lot of money, and it is not, but it is more than double what they are trying to live on currently. This will be an ongoing for as long as the children are in school. It has been arranged so that every dollar that is raised for this charity will go directly to the recipients. There is no overhead, no salaries paid out, only some expenses for money transfers. The program is run by volunteers. Leticia Bank in Ciuna, an NGO Bridges to Community, and nuns Sister Juanita and Sister Frances of the Order of Missionary Sisters in Christ, located in Oramagora, a Spanish religious order headquartered in Spain. One of the objectives of this charity is to put donors in touch with recipients so the donors will know that they are making a difference. If you could save the life of a poverty-stricken child, would you donate $10 a month? This is less than what we spend at Tim Hortons most weeks. We probably would not even miss it. It is less than what I give to our church each month. What I am asking for is at least a $10 monthly donation. Many of you are likely already contributing to other charities, as I am, and are constantly being inundated with requests in the mail for more donations. After you make a donation, we will never ask again. Most charities have huge overheads where not every dollar donated goes to recipients. We can't save 8 million children from poverty. We can save a few. They are children of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. They have a right to be here. Every child matters. How would it make you feel to know you and your friends just saved the life of a child? We issue tax receipts as we are a registered charity organization. We also want to sign people up with pre-authorized checking or credit card deductions to make it a little simpler for managing. To give you a little background, we are working with an NGO in Nicaragua called Bridges to Community, which has offices in Canada and the US, and they are helping where they can as they have an office in Ciuna. Sister Juanita is in charge of a religious center, Missionary Sisters in Christ, in the community of Oramagora, about 40 minutes by vehicle over goat trails from Ciuna. The nuns are doing the screening process of possible recipients. We have also set up with the local bank La Ficia, and they have agreed to help with the transfer of funds directly into the bank accounts that we set up for the mothers at no charge. We have also set up with Van City to help with the transfer of funds and the receiving of donations. Will you help save the life of a child? Here is the first family which we are helping, Myra and Maritza. They share their shelter with 3 other families. Maritza is doing very well in school, but because they do not have much money, she had to miss some days at school. We are now helping 3 other families, and we will be adding more families as we can afford it. This is a typical house, one of the better ones in Ormagora. This is Margarito, a volunteer from Bridges to Community that is helping with communications between us and the nuns and recipients. The lady is the doctor in the local hospital, which is another whole story. The man on the right is our treasurer. This is a couple of kids that rode the horse for 3 days to get to the clinic that is held once every 3 months. This is a project that we're trying to set up to teach the ladies how to build dome houses because they're very inexpensive to build and they are very interested in trying to do it. So we're trying to raise funds to teach them how to do that. We are building a prototype here. It is very simple to donate to this charity. Go to the link and we will send you receipts at the end of the year for tax purposes. Thank you for your attention. Our email is madresdenicaragua@gmail.com. Thank you.